Hi guys, and welcome back to Tommy Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. And once again we have a great international engagement here, a very recent replay here for you guys from the year 2021, at the end of the year 2021. So really nice replay here finally that I found, so very recent, like I told you, replay. So let me just start by introducing the players once again to you guys, as you are spawning here in the lower right in the red. It is Veigu Gindasding. It's also known as DEWALT from Russia here, and his opponent in the upper left in the white, it is SACSRI, very skilled and a very strong Zerg player from South Korea. So South Korea versus Russia, it is here on Polypoid, a 4 spawning location map, and we already see here DEWALT moving out with his probe. Really early move out here with his probe. I guess he really wants to know what exactly SACSRI is up to, and the fact that he placed here this pylon into his position might very likely indicate to us that he's going for a fast expansion build here. He might block here this entrance with a cybernetics core, with a gateway. So an interesting placement here indeed, and indication to us of course that it might be a fast expansion build here for him. Let's just check SACSRI. He went into his second overlord as his spawning pool here up. So overlord is also scouting, as we also have here Ursadon. And somehow this Ursadon did get some damage here. I wonder how that happened. Maybe this probe was a little bit annoying here, as the probe now finally heads into the right direction, into the upper right part, and yet another probe is being sent out here by DEWALT. So really interesting stuff. I think he's going to send this one back, yes indeed, as he has found now finally where the position from SACSRI is, and he's being blocked here, I believe. No, he's just going to scout here what exactly SACSRI is up to. He sees that spawning pool, sees no expansion yet, and as I say, this actually SACSRI decides now to expand here into this location. And look at that, we have a forge here. So indeed it looks like a fast expansion build here with a nice defense here for DEWALT, with this forge and those cannons in the back. Would follow up really soon here for him. Probe is still here, sees what's going on. The first Zerglings are also being produced here by SACSRI, and here they are. Pretty sure that DEWALT is going to scout this expansion, or maybe he already knows that there is an expansion here. I guess he just wishes to know when exactly the tier 2 is going to be upgraded here, when exactly the hatchery is going to be upgraded, just so that he knows exactly when to expect those mutalisks or what is coming here towards his way. Probe is being nicely microed here. Notice that SACSRI is also moving out here at 12 o'clock position. Once again, this Ursadon is hurt, as he's going to expand here as well. Yes, still the probe, as the probe scouts here this location, like I told you, DEWALT is pretty much knowing that there won't be a tier 2, so the fact that this tier 2 is not being upgraded here for such a long time, he really is knowing now the build order here for the Zerg, as he knows or guesses here that will be another expansion build, and he might even send here this probe out to check it out. There's the drone here from SACSRI returning home. And yeah, probe is still here around. DEWALT very likely is looking at the clock, but at the 3-minute mark here, still no tier 2 upgrade. Still the Zerglings are chasing, of course, this probe, try to kill it here. Really, now finally we have that tier 2 upgrade here. Probe sees it, and probe is very likely going to scout this location, or is he just staying here around? Let's just check the main from the Protoss really quick. One cannon, that's a nice spot here to place some zealots here. Some gas is being built. There's also a gas here. Might be a cybernetics core. Yes indeed, probe is still alive here, so nice job here early on by DEWALT, being as annoying as possible. Great scouting here with this probe for him. And yeah, this overlord is perhaps going to get parked here into this location, just to have as much vision as possible what exactly DEWALT is going to be sending here towards. And now finally DEWALT is sending out here his probe, perhaps just to scout here exactly this 12 o'clock position, or is he? No, he's actually not. He's retreating home, so he might just think now that the Zerg is at an only 2 base. Hold on, he's just returning here. Of course, really smart move here by the Russian player, as he's heading straight towards the 12 o'clock position, and there it is. Now he's going to finally see it, and he can of course change his tactics according to this build order here from the Zerg. Might continue with a supply, sorry, not a supply, but a starport, a Stargate here, or Stargate with those Corsairs. Really strong if you're a Protoss player, just to hide those overlords down. And we have passed now the 5-minute mark here, so yeah, SACSRI even preparing here some defenses. Oh no, sorry, That's a Spire here. So at the 5-minute mark we have the first Spire. This probe really did an extraordinary nice job here. Finally it gets sniped as speed has been upgraded here for those Zerglings. But the wall in his is of course really nicely done here by DEWALT, but in the end he needs to be careful against those Mutalisks. This could be a nice target here. Of course the Overlord sees this, that there's not that many cannons here in the back. So if the Mutalisks get microed well, will snipe so many workers and even a better chance here to attack. But remember, DEWALT has that Stargate here, so those Corsairs, great counter here against those Mutalisks. And there's that first Corsair here out, already sniping here this first Overlord. So yeah, really you have like 4 to 5 Corsairs, great counter against any anti-air early on from the Zerg. So let's just see what SACSRI is going for. His Spire has finally been finished. We see the production tab in the upper left part. I still see no Mutalisk here, but he's going for a Hydralisk then, so we might see a transition into Hydras here, or even Lurkers would be a really nice idea here from him. Yeah, this lone Corsair, not only great anti-air but also great for scouting here. Notice that DEWALT is not attacking here this Overlord, just scouting here, perhaps just to see what buildings are being made by... Oh no, he's actually just... maybe he just missed that one Overlord, as we see now finally DEWALT moving out here a little bit with his Zealots just to check, just to kill some of those Zerglings, and he's parking here his Corsairs, but in the end I'm pretty sure he wishes of course to hunt down those Overlords just to kill as many Overlords as possible early on. So in comes the first Scourges, interesting enough here. So no Mutalisk being made here for SACSRI, straight into Scourges, straight into hunting down those Corsairs. This is why exactly he hid those Corsairs in the middle right part here. So yeah, the first move out here with those Zealots, with those speed legs, this could be a great spot here to attack. The Hydralisks are nicely hidden in the back, and in come also here the Corsairs, just to snap some of those Overlords, as the Hydralisk will be busy of course with those Zealots. But no, in the end DEWALT just walks here by and decides here to retreat. So he sees those Hydralisks, he knows that the Overlords have a good protection, and now even those Zealots might get surrounded here. So sadly here a little bit for DEWALT, perhaps he did overextend a little bit. It's a nice micro here is going on, nice macro battle. DEWALT tries of course to get a good surround here, but there's Hydralisk left and right here, so the Zealots are pretty much surrounded, and even some Zerglings are coming in. So sadly here for DEWALT, going to lose of course this small group of Zealots. Tries to inflict some damage here, but in the end he did sadly lose them. It sniped some Hydras, some Zerglings. But yeah, he has to pull back, and look at that, he's just preparing so many cannons here, so he's expecting of course an attack by the Zerg. Check here. Oh, we actually have a Dark Templar here. How many kills? Sorry about this one. 5 kills already here as hero Dark Templar here. Wondered how he made it here through. There was no shuttle release. I didn't see no shuttle. He might have just walked here the whole way. Yeah, Overlord with speed finally detects him, but like I told you, a hero DT there, killing 5 drones here. And yeah, look at that, the perfect counter here against any Zerg, against Zerglings and Hydras. Here it is, the High Templar here, of course Psionic Storm. One High Templar can cast 2 Psionic Storms, but not only against the Zerg, also against very good Terrans if they make it to cast that High Templar Storm on tanks here. And finally, yeah, the Ursadon really deserved here to die, I guess. So yeah, nice job here by DEWALT. And yeah, like I told you, High Templars really great. You can put them into shuttles, you make them more mobile. Same can be said here by Reavers, and as you can see on the minimap, not that much now going on. It's more and more gateways are being produced here by DEWALT. SACSRI also deciding here to stay at home. The macro hatch being placed. All of those Hydras of course very next to those Overlords, as he wishes to protect those Overlords against those Corsairs. And slowly but steadily we have passed the 10-minute mark here. So yeah, once again some Corsairs are out. It's just one lone Scourge here, should be snapped. Nice job here by DEWALT, as once again he's preparing a move out here with some Zealots, perhaps once again to attack here this location. Some Scourges might get some connections. No, there are some cannons, but I believe the Scourges did see the move out here by DEWALT. It's just a couple of Zealots here, 7 Zealots I believe it is, and SACSRI also taking here this location. But SACSRI has nicely split here his troops. He has a group of Hydros and an Overlord here just to detect those TTs. In comes DEWALT. Let's just see if he can do something. Those lurkers will hatch really soon. I don't think that DEWALT has an observer here. Now again, once again, he's moving forward with those zealots. He's splitting now his zealots, expecting no defenses here, but there are Hydros here everywhere for SACSRI. So SACSRI playing it really nicely. Very good defense here by him, of course. Some Hydros will fall, but once again the zealots are being surrounded here. Even lurkers now, so zealots pretty much tanky. Let's just check those upgrades if I make it here. No. Hold on, we have another push here by DEWALT, so good harassment here. We have one armor and one attack here, so those zealots even more tankier here. We could check the Idolist 2, 0 to 1. So even 2 drones have been sniped here by DEWALT. In the end, sadly, he's going to lose, of course. Zealots causing some chaos here, some panic. But look at that, the work count is pretty much the same. 46 for DEWALT, and then 54 now here for the Zerg. So the Zerg is really pumping out more and more drones here. Once again, things are settling down as DEWALT, of course, did buy some time here also for his expansion. He's pretty soon to be at a 3 Protoss base versus a 4 base Zerg here. Zerg has those lurkers, so DEWALT really needs that observatory as soon as possible. I'm pretty sure he has placed it here somewhere. There it is. I noticed that he's also making more and more upgrades here. Another one with armor, so giving much importance here for armor. He already has the weapons upgrade here, and once again he's moving out. This time, however, with dragoons, with high templars here. Corsairs are out as well, so pretty scary army here from the Protoss. This is exactly why those lurkers are spreaded here, just to avoid as much as possible the high templar storm here. That's so much energy here on those high templars. Remember, one high templar can double cast storm, and here we go. It looks like we're going to have an engagement. Is there, however, a observer here? I don't see one. Great job here clearing those lurkers. And once again, he's moving here forward with his zealots in the front. So much splash damage with those high templars here. So really great job here by DEWALT, dealing so much damage against his opponent. There are 2 observers here, very much important unit, especially against those lurkers. And it looks like a really strong push here. Another psionic storm here, so DEWALT once again showing us the importance here from those high templars. And slowly but steadily he just keeps pushing forward. SACSRI needs to bring some reinforcements here really quick. Finally he snipes those Corsairs. He's bringing some Zerglings in, he's bringing some Hydros here. And it looks like as soon as the energy, of course, has went down from those high templars, SACSRI is able to hold and push this back. But remember at what cost. He loses so many units here. Same, however, can be said here for DEWALT. He's losing some units now, as he has dropped to 90 supply versus the 81 here from the Zerg. So interesting enough, no mutilist gameplay here for the Zerg, straight into Hydras with Zerglings and lurkers here. He might go for some Defilers here. Of course, Defilers will be a great counter against these dragoons. We also have a lone observer here. In the end he will be sniped. So once again, DEWALT is retreating. Both players are regrouping and just preparing once again their defenses and their macro oriented game here. So yeah, upgrades are also going out here. You can see it in the upper left part what exactly they're doing, and pretty soon DEWALT is going to have +3 here, the looks of it. And he's also going here for his armor. Let's check the Hydros really quick. 1 to 2. Yeah, both players really giving great importance here on those upgrades at the 15-minute mark, so I really like that for them. And DEWALT also really soon is going to take here his expansion, so both players on a patrol mission now, just being as defensive as possible. Just a small group here of Hydros are moving out, so perhaps SACS is going to try for an attack here, but there's just so much here from the Protoss, so he might try to surround the Protoss unit somehow. But of course Zerglings will melt, especially towards high temper storm. Same can be said here for the Hydros. Even though they're fast, there's just so much splash damage here, and barely out micro those high templars with that psionic storm. So yeah, DEWALT might think here to attack, and the reason why he thinks that, just to give time here once again for his expansion to evolve, and so more workers to be produced. So once again 53 to 53 workers, as here in comes DEWALT once again with an attack. We have a shuttle. I wonder what this shuttle is carrying. just 2 Zealots, a High Templar and a Dark Templar here, so interesting mix here for DEWALT. But look at that, as DEWALT is moving out, in come the Zerglings here with speed. We have some High Templars here, Psionic Storm, but number of High Templars are not that fast, so in the end so much more is being brought here by SACSRI. So SACSRI punishing here a little bit the move out by DEWALT. In the end he's also dealing so much damage here to his expansion, so DEWALT has to retreat. There was a nice Psionic Storm, and there's that shuttle gameplay here, but in the end SACSRI has some units at home. He has those Overlords, so the shuttle of course carrying those 2 Zealots. The High Templar and the Dark Templar didn't really deal so much damage, but hold on, as I said, it's actually C45, so perhaps I was not paying attention here, guys. So perhaps some workers were killed here. Those both were at 53, so I might miss this, so sorry about this one, guys. So yeah, 53 to 44 all of a sudden. SACSRI losing 10 workers here. Look at that, he's droning really quick up, so once again he's at 53. But in the end the economic damage has, I believe, been dealt here by DEWALT. Once again the defenses are up here for the Zerg, and we finally see the Defiler I was talking about. So yeah, a really quick move out here by the Zerg, much more mobile here against his opponent, but remember those High Templars once again, and now even this Archon now with that splash damage, perfect counter here against the Zergs. Look at all of that Zerg blood here, all of those corpses here of Zerglings. This Archon might have even more than 10. Look at that, 29 kills here for this Archon. Great counter here against any Zerg, High Templars and Archons. Especially good against those Zerglings here. And also against Mutalisks, against Hydras perhaps also good if they make a connection. Really nice stuff here by both players, as once again we see a small move out here by DEWALT, but SACSRI seems to be all over the place here. Ending really nice and also expanding nice. This expansion is also bumping up. Really good minerals here, and we are closing steadily at the 20-minute mark here, so it's still anyone's game here. However, DEWALT here with a great supply lead, also a worker lead here, and let's just see what exactly I guess he really wishes to snipe here this location. The middle is really nicely defended. There's also a Nida Swarm here. Yeah, once again the Zealots sadly in the front, they will take damage, and it's missed High Templar Storm here. But look at that, DEWALT perhaps wishing to also attack here, but it's such a bad position here. Just 2 ramps here, the ramp here. So yeah, let's just check what's he going to be doing. Of course he's going to expand once again, because why not? You just attack here your opponent, and with that you just buy time here. And I don't know why this Archon is attacking here his own pilot. Let's check his skill. Oh, it's the hero Archon with 35 kills here. As once again SACSRI is moving here with his Zerglings, but they of course will be killed here really quick by the Protoss. Why exactly he was doing this? He missed High Templar Storm here. Perhaps those Zerglings would have been better into an Overlord here, but then again I'm sure SACSRI knows exactly what he is doing, as once again he's just sending wave after wave here of Zerglings towards his opponent. This however is really nicely defended with those cannons. Once again DEWALT really wishing to snipe this location, but of course with those Defilers the Zerg is really prepared here for any onslaught, and we might see an engagement here. We see those 3 Archons of SACSRI immediately retreating after seeing those Archons, but in the end he really loses so many Zerglings here, as DEWALT is pretty much in control here of the map, especially of the middle of the map, just roaming around and sniping so many units here. So yeah, SACSRI just checking here out this position. This might have been a expansion, but no, in the end DEWALT not taking this expansion yet. This would also be taken here. Well, just deciding now where exactly to attack and how to attack against so many lurkers. There is no Nida Swarm here, so this could be a location to attack. Once again, some flank is being prepared here, but High Templars just punishing those Zerglings really quick here, and DEWALT just deciding now once again change position, heads once again straight into the middle of the map. He's maxed out. The same can be said really soon here for SACSRI. I'm going to check those upgrades really quick now. We have 3 armor, 3 attack, and even 1 plasma shield, as the Zerglings are 2 to 1 upgraded here. Yeah, Protoss with much better upgrades here. I really like that here from DEWALT. 3 armor, 1 plasma, and 3 weapons upgrades. Really strong upgrades here for your units, especially those Archons. If they get a connection, dealing really so much splash damage here. And yeah, Zerg also much more tankier unit here. The Zealot in the front. And look at that, we finally see perhaps our move out here by DEWALT. Just a high temper storm just to deal some damage. The lurker should also fall here, and we see another engagement here. As some units try to make it here out, but and the one Zealot survives here. Actually, this could have been a drop here by SACSRI. Sorry, with those overlords. So really great position here by SACSRI, this time taking the upper ground. In the end, some storms should be able to clear this. But yeah, the position is really good here for the Zerg, sorry. And yeah, let's just see what exactly is going to happen here. Is DEWALT going to commit here? He's sending some zealots here in the front, also storming everything he can here. But look at all of those units coming in here for SACSRI. DEWALT might be in some serious trouble here. So much Zerg is pounding here towards him. Finally, the Archons are in the front, so they're exactly where they should be here. Plague is now being casted onto those units. But those Archons with those weapons upgrade, with that splash damage, really great counter. However, just as Dark Swarm, again being nicely used here by SACSRI, and the Plague is also really nice. So those lurkers will now deal so much splash damage here against the Protoss units here. So really good job here this time by SACSRI. He also lost some units, but in the end it was pretty much worth it. However, sadly here for him, he's going to lose here this expansion. But he just keeps sending wave after wave here of Zerglings and Hydros, and this Defiler of course important here. The units here from the Zerg are pretty much, from the Protoss are pretty much going to fall in here. There's still a small group here of Protoss, and DEWALT also deciding to take here this expansion while all of this action is going on here. So yeah, more and more energy here for this Defiler as the Zerglings keep pouring in here. So yeah, it's at the same time SACSRI is now moving out, and this expansion might get lost here. This pylon could be snapped, and all of those cannons would have no energy here. Just a small amount of zealots here to defend, but more and more waves of the Zergs are coming in. So DEWALT has some units here, but he needs to regroup, needs to bring back his reinforcements. And it's just all too late. So Zerg nicely punishing here. But hold on, we have a nice push in here with those high templars, with this shuttle. So SACSRI was busy, of course, microing those units down. And look at that, once again he has lost 10 workers here as the shuttle tries to evade, and those scourges here. We get another nice high temper storm here. So already 41 kills, 41 workers here for SACSRI. So yeah, DEWALT really showing us skill with those high templars. But in comes SACSRI here with his lurkers in the front. He's going straight towards the middle base here. He's trying to get some good connections, but in come those Archons once again in the front. Zealots are also there. Psionic Storm is also being casted, and again more and more splash damage is being taken here by the Zerg, as DEWALT still leaves those units here just to protect here this expansion. So not all of his units are grouped together here. Let's just see what SACSRI's next move is going to be here. Let's send once again wave after wave. Look at that, it's high temper storm here, just dealing so much damage against those lurkers. The server sees, of course, everything here. Finally 2 lurkers get sniped here, so really nice usage here by those storms. Relief storm, much better usage here against the Reaver. Let's just see what is going on. Finally we might see an engagement here. Some Plague has been once again casted, as more and more is being brought here by SACSRI towards DEWALT. DEWALT in some little bit of trouble here. This is also has to deal with that Plague here casted against him. It's a really nice cast of those Plagues. It's just Storms versus Plagues here, and those lurkers with that splash damage here. Still finally DEWALT tries to move out here, but he's being gathered by lurkers. So his small mount here is in a little bit of trouble, as SACSRI is trying to snipe here these high templars. So yeah, pretty much important thing to do is to snipe them as fast as possible. It might snipe Archon here too. Remember, all of those units have been plagued, so much damage can be dealt here against them. Archon here also so much hurt. And yes, still a nice siege here by SACSRI against the opponent, as we've passed the 25-minute mark. Once again, a storm here being casted. Really great usage here by casters, here by the two players. The Archons are coming in, they might get a good connection here, but the lurkers are nicely spread. So many here in the front, dealing so much damage. High tempers are there as well. Lurkers have been hatched. Not all of the units here from SACSRI are attacking. Really ballsy move here by DEWALT, attacking in that orange storm here. So really nice job here. Once again, the Archons are fighting here, defending here. That was a dark swarm, of course, not orange swarm. Really nice job here. Once again, leave some units here in the back just to defend. So those units are already here to attack for SACSRI. So it's two fronts here for the players. Many Archons here, and it looks like the Archons are really a strong counter here towards those buildings. Yeah, High Templars, of course. There's just straight mana here for units. Really nice job, even casting a storm onto that egg here. So yeah, SACSRI did take this expansion here as well. This one's also taken. We see two reavers here, defensive reavers here, and still this small group here of units is able to hold here this position, as DEWALT is just keep mining here. But hold on, we have an engagement here. Dark Swarm once again being casted. It's just a couple of Zerglings, so the Archon should be fine here. Defend this. And let's just see how many bases are being left. But hold on, we actually have another engagement here. The reavers have to be, of course, microed out here with that shuttle. So nice stuff here by DEWALT, but there's just so much Dark Swarming here. Units are pretty much invincible now here against all those range units. The lurkers with that splash damage. In come the Archons now, try to do some damage. More and more is being brought in here by SACSRI. Really wishes to snap here this expansion, and as soon as this Dark Swarm is going to be casted, of course, he feels so much more confident here to move forward. Only the High Tempers could deal some damage here. The ranged units can't really deal damage towards those Zerg units into that Dark Swarm. So yeah, really nice job here by SACSRI. At the same time, he's trying to move here out in the middle of the map, but this tanky Archon holds back those units. High Tempers are just dealing damage. Here comes those Weavers now, with 13 kills already here for these Weavers. Lurkers aren't really getting the connection they wanted to here. Those probes. SACSRI perhaps, this would be a really bad idea to attack here, so many cannons. Some zealots are being left here out just to snipe a hatchery or two, so really so much going on here. Still, this small group here is still holding this expansion. Yeah, a drone is being killed here, so the SACSRI is going to clear this, but look at that, the zealots are being microed back. So this is just to buy some time here for DEWALT, just to make more and more units. And of course to hold the high ground here, so the high ground is really so much important here for the Protoss. In the end, the lurkers have borrowed. There is that plague. The lurkers will deal damage now. At the same time, DEWALT is now moving out here with his units just to snipe the units from the Zerg. So much is still going on here. It's still anyone's game here. Worker wise, there is a small advantage here for DEWALT. He has at 60 workers versus the 51 here from SACSRI, sorry. Yeah, still anyone's game, like I told you, with a good regroup, with a good surround. Perhaps SACSRI might deal some good damage. Finally, in comes this shuttle now, snipe some of those Zerg units here. And in comes SACSRI, actually, he really wishes to take out this base, but at the same time, there is a move out here by DEWALT. So DEWALT abandoning here a little bit his expansion. Just to be careful, as once again, in comes this shuttle with those Weavers just sniping so many workers here. SACSRI falls at 40 workers. Again, he's moving out here with only one Reaver. Tries perhaps to snipe here something. Some drones would be a good target. Let's see what's going on, as more and more is being brought here by the Zerg. Nice Dark Zone once again. The shuttle has landed, but in the end it will be sniped, of course. So yeah, this expansion is now in really big trouble for DEWALT. Let's see, does he have enough here to defend? There's still this one Reaver here, and there really is some good damage here. Let's just check, as more and more units are coming. And finally, he's just sniping drone after drone and some Zerglings, and this expansion might fall here. Yeah, sadly here for DEWALT, he did lose it. Some probes might fall here as well. So yeah, we're at the 30-minute mark here, and Both players are hurting each other as much as they can. Those lurkers will deal so much damage here against those probes. As DEWALT falls here to 51 workers. But in comes his main force now. And let's just see what target is he going to select. Just a couple of Zerglings here with some drones, with some idols and this on Defiler. But it looks like DEWALT just keeps heading and attacking all over the place. Once again I shuttle with those weavers. So much splash damage is being taken out here. Great Psionic Storm once again. And great weaver usage. And look at that, SACSRI actually has 2 GG out here. So what a great game here by the Russian player. Winning it in the end. Such a long and nice macro game here. So yeah, really great game here by both players. Let's be honest, in the end the Russian player win it, so congratulations here for him. Let's just check once again those stats really quick in case you guys are interested. Great APM here for SACSRI, really strong. Yeah, also nice APM here for Russian player. And yeah, I'm going to be clicking once again left and right in case you're interested, in case you're into statistics here. Really nice gameplay here on Polypoid. Great. I still had no idea who would win it until the end of the game. In the end, the Protoss came out as a victory. So once again, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Tommy signing out.